Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Ivu. Good evening.
Good evening.
Oh, why are you late tonight?
Oh, I'm late.
Yeah, you're late. How are you?
I'm fine.
hmm How was your day today? What did you do?
I'm learning. I'm learning math, Vietnamese, technology, and many things.
Technology and many things. How about science?
Oh, today I don't learn science. Tomorrow I learn science.
Tomorrow you will have your science tomorrow. Okay, so I just asked that because tonight we will have science. Okay, so what did you have for dinner tonight?
I have chicken and rice.
Wow, chicken and rice. That's good. That's nice. Okay, so we will now start with your lesson. Okay, so last week we learned about this one, the vocabulary words like the time. Okay, how do we measure time? And we also learned about axis, planet, accurate, and opposite. So tonight we will continue with this one. So we will listen and you can read as well this article about time and the earth. Okay? Are you
Okay.
ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. So here.
Page 70. Read. Time and the Earth. What time is it? That's a very good question. From morning until night, clocks help us to plan our day. They tell us when things begin and when they end. Before clocks, people told time by watching the sun move across the sky. They started work when the sun came up in the east. At noon, when the sun was very high, they ate and rested. When the sun disappeared in the west, they went to bed. Today, we know that the sun doesn't move around the earth. The earth turns or spins on an imaginary line called an axis. As the earth turns, the sun seems to be moving across the sky. The time it takes for the earth to make one complete turn is called a day. A day is divided into hours, minutes, and seconds. There are 24 hours in a day. There are 60 minutes in an hour. How many minutes are there in a day? Multiply 24 hours times 60 minutes to get the answer. 24 times 60 equals 1,440. There are 1,440 minutes in one day. We measure time by other movements too. The Earth travels around or orbits the Sun. The time it takes for the Earth to go around the Sun once is called a year. 1 year is equal to 12 months, or just over 52 weeks. To be very accurate, it takes the Earth 365 days, 5 hours, 49 minutes, and 12 seconds to go around the Sun. We divide the Earth into 24 time zones. Each time zone is 1 hour apart from the next time zone. For example, when it is 10 a.m. where you live, it is 10 p.m. on the opposite side of the world. In 2 hours, it will be noon where you live, but on the other side of the world, it will be 12 at night. Thanks to clocks and calendars, we can measure time very easily. However, it is the movement of the Earth that really allows us to measure time.
Okay, so there you go. You listen about time and the earth. Okay, so as you can see, we have it here. So again, I already talked about you this one last time. If you can remember that, um, The sun is the biggest, okay? It's the
Okay.
biggest planet, and the Earth will travel around or orbits around the sun. It will travel around the sun, okay?
Okay.
And it takes the, it takes for the Earth to go around the sun once. So that is what we called a year. Okay? So this is how, look, before clocks, people told time by watching the sun move across the sky. So they started work when the sun come up in the east. So at noon was very high. They ate and rested. And when the sun disappeared in the west, they went to bed. So before time was invented, Vivo, so people measured the time through the sun. So if they can see that the sun is rising, it means that it's morning. So it's time for them to work. Okay, it's time them for them to work. And when the sun will reach up here, okay, across the sky, it means that it's time for them to rest and eat their lunch. And they call that one as noon because the sun is very high. And when the sun will set or the sun will came or the sun will disappear, okay, so that's the time that they will go to bed. Okay, so that's how people before measure the time when there's still no clock. They measure the time through the sun, with the sun. Okay, before they
Okay.
don't have like accurate time, like, oh, it's 8 in the morning. They don't do that before. Okay, so um they just look, if the sun is rising, then it's time for them to work. If the sun is high, so it's time for to eat. It's time for them to rest. And when the sun will set or the sun will disappear, it's time for them to go to bed. Okay? Is it clear?
Yes, I'm clear.
Okay, there you go. So as you can see here, today we know that the sun doesn't move around the earth. So take note, the sun doesn't move around the earth, okay? It's the earth that orbits around the sun. Okay? The sun
Okay.
will not move, but rather it's the earth that orbits around the sun. Okay?
Okay.
And the earth turns or spins on an imaginary line called axis. And as the earth turns, the sun seems to be moving across the sky. So that's why there's night and day. It's because the earth moves. Okay? Is
Okay.
it clear?
Yes, it's clear.
Okay, there you go. And we have here time zones. So we divided the earth into 24 time zones. Oh, 24. So each time zones is 1 hour apart from the next time zone. For example, when it is 10 a.m. where you live, it's 10 p.m. on the opposite side. So I already told you about that one. In 2 hours, it will be noon where you live, but on the other side of the world, it will be 12 at night. So that's how time zone is, okay? So there's
Okay.
different time. There's 24 time zones. So we have AM, it's morning, PM is afternoon and evening, okay?
Okay.
Do you have question?
No, I don't have question.
Okay, so here. Let me ask you this one. Why do you think it takes the Earth so long to travel around the sun? Why do you think so?
I think it's I think it move. I think I think it's big. I think it's big to turn.
Okay, that's correct. It's because the sun is so big. And remember, take note, the sun just orbit like slowly. Okay?
Okay.
It doesn't move very fast. That's why it takes the Earth so long to travel around the sun. And when the Earth will travel around the sun successfully, that is what we call a year. Okay? That's
Okay.
12 months. Okay, is it clear or do you have question?
No, because I learn good at science.
Oh, very good. That's good. Very good. Okay, so since you're good at science, let's now continue. Okay, here. Think about the article. What was the most interesting? What did you learn? Can you please tell me about that?
My interesting is time zone
What's that? Time zones. Okay, why?
because I think the number is fun
The
and
number is?
the number and the continent is and country is and the large of country is fun.
Yes, that's right. So when we say time zone, so it's basically in another country, it's morning now. Okay, so in the other country, it's morning now, and it's nighttime in our country. So that's really interesting. All right, so thank you so much for that. Okay, now here, ooh, since you're good at math, let's try to do this one, Vivo. Multiply to find the amount of time, and then talk about your answers with me. So I want you to write your answer. Excuse me. Oh, sorry. Can you write your answer?
Okay.
Okay, thanks. Wow. Wow. Very fast. Finish?
Yes, I finished.
Okay. Oh, so we have it here. 1 minute is 60 seconds. 1 hour is 60 minutes. 1 day is 24 hours. 1 week is 7 days. And 1 year is 12 months. So we have it here. 4 minutes, that's 240 seconds. So how did you get this answer? How much
Oh,
will you multiply to 4?
it's 240.
Yeah, how, how did you get this answer? What did you do? What did you multiply to 4?
I use 60 multiplied 4.
That's correct. 60 multiplied to 4, so that's 240. That's correct. How about here? 2 hours. So that's 120 minutes. So 2 hours multiplied to what number?
Multiplied to 60.
Okay, 60 minutes. So 2 times 60 minutes. So that's 120 minutes. Okay, there you go. That's correct. 3 days. So you answered 72 hours. Okay, that's correct. So 3 multiplied to what number?
3 weeks multiply 3 days is multiplied it 24.
Very good. Multiply it to 24. So that's 72. Okay, that's correct. and 3 weeks. So how many days is 3 weeks? So your answer is 21. That's correct. Very good. So 3 multiplied to what number?
3 is multiplied to 7.
Okay, 3 is multiplied to 7, so that's 21 days. That's correct. And 4 years, so how many months? That's 48. You answered 4. That's correct. So for 4 multiplied to
4 multiplied to 12.
12. That's the answer. Okay, very good. You're really good at math. Great job, Vivo. So I can see that it's very easy. It's very easy for you. Now let's try. I want you to answer this one. If you didn't have clocks or computers, so let's just say you didn't have clocks or computer, how would you tell time?
So maybe I will tell in the sun because my house is don't have candle, and I will tell in the water.
Oh, water?
I don't know what I think. I can tell in water.
You can tell it in,
I can tell it in the sun and water.
oh, yeah, sun and water?
Yes,
Why water?
because water can.
Oh, okay, I see. Okay. So that's it. So usually we can measure the time through the sun. So for example, way back before, if there was a time I forgot to bring my watch and then I went outside and I don't know what time is it. So what I did was I just look up the sun. Okay, and I can see that the sun is not yet high, so I can see that, oh, it's not yet noon time. So that's how I tell that time before. Okay. Question? Do you have question? Do you have question?
No.
No. Okay. So here, words in context. So read these sentences from time and earth, then circle the correct answer. So I want you to please circle the correct answer. Okay. I will check your answer. I'll just go to the bathroom. Wait, please.
Okay. Không có rảnh được cái đề luôn. Đây phải là được cái đề siêu khó. Okay. Okay.
Finish? Okay. I want you to please read number 1.
An axis is an imaginary line.
Today we know that the sun doesn't move around the earth. Okay, so we learn about that one. So the earth turns or spins on an imaginary line called an axis. So, as the earth turns, the sun seems to be moving across the sky. So, what is an axis? So, an axis is an imaginary line. Again, when we say imaginary line, you cannot see that. You just imagine that one. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, number 2, please read the sentence.
To be very accurate, it takes the Earth 300 365 days, 5 hours, 49 minutes, and 12 seconds to go around the sun.
Okay, and accurate means?
An accurate means correct.
Okay, that's correct. Accurate means correct. So, to be very accurate or to be very exact, 365 days, 5 hours, 49 minutes, and 12 seconds. So that's how accurate it is. Okay, now please read number 3.
10 a.m. Where you live, it is 10 p.m. On the opposite side in the world. In 2 hours, it is noon where you live, but the other side of the world. Till 12 at night.
Okay, so the opposite side is the same as?
It is same as the other side.
Okay, the other side, that's correct. So opposite side or the other side, that's correct. Okay, so very good, Vivu. Thank you so much for answering. Good job. Okay, very good. Okay, do you have question about this one? About access, accurate, opposite side? Do you have question?
No.
Are you doing your homework?
Oh, I do not do my homework. I do my homework later.
Ah, okay. Okay. Don't worry. We're almost done, so you can do that one later. Okay, now here. Grammar in use. Let's listen and sing along.
Page 73. Grammar in use. D. Listen and sing along. On the plane to Spain.
It's 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm sitting on a plane. In 4 hours it will be 2 o'clock, and I will be in Spain. I'll be with my cousin Bobby. We'll have a lot of fun. We'll go to the beach and swim in the sea, and then we'll sit in the sun. It's 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm sitting on a plane. In 4 hours it will be 2 o'clock, and I will be in Spain. I'll be with my cousin Bobby. We'll have a lot of fun. We'll go to the beach and swim in the sea, and then we'll sit in the sun.
All right, there you go. So as you can see, we have it there. Sorry. We have it here. 10 o'clock in the morning.
Sitting on
Present
the
fact,
plane.
yeah. Which sentence is a present fact and which sentence is a future? You already know present and future. So in the song, which sentence is the present fact? Okay, so that's the present. How about the future?
The future I use the blue the blue pen.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Wait. Okay.
Okay, there you go. So as you can see, you underline there the present and the future. So it's very obvious. So when we say present, it's today. Okay, it what happens today. It's 10 o'clock in the morning, or you will say it's 8 o'clock in the evening. So that's the present. Okay, I'm sitting on the plane. So that's present, meaning right now I'm sitting on a plane. And for the future, you will say in 4 hours, it will be. So take note, if it's future, there's always this will, I will, we will, we will. Okay, so that's how you also that's how you can identify that it will be in the future, because you can see I will or I'll will sorry. Oh my gosh. Sorry about that. Okay, so that's how you identify present and the future. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Here. So as you can see, it's 10 o'clock in the morning, so that this is the present facts. In 4 hours, it will be 4 o'clock. So that's the future. Okay, and that is the same with how you answer, and that is correct. Okay, so very good, Vivu. Thank you so much for that. So now we will learn the grammar future facts with will. Okay, so we will learn about future facts with will. Okay, can you please read this one?
It
Wait,
will
let
to
me
talk.
just.
Oh, okay. It will to talk about facts. Remember, a fact is something that is true. In 2 hours, it will be noon where you live. On the other side of the world, it won't be noon. It will be 12 at night.
Okay, there you go. So again, future facts with will. So we all know that will used to talk about future facts. So always remember that when you use this one, that's always about future. Okay? Future facts. And when we say fact, it is something that is true. Okay? So you will not say fact if it is not true. Okay? For
Okay.
example, you will say, I will eat vegetable tomorrow. So, and then if you will not eat vegetable tomorrow, meaning it's not a fact. So you should always say or use will to talk about future facts. Okay?
Okay.
Just like this one. In 2 hours, it will be noon where you live. On the other side of the world, it won't be noon. It will be 12 at night. So that is a fact. So this sentence here, this is based on fact. Okay? Clear?
Okay.
All right. So we have it here. 3/4. How do you pronounce this one?
Okay. It's 3:45.
Okay, so that's 3:45. How about this one?
It's 6:09.
Okay, so it's 6:09. Okay, so that's how you pronounce time. Okay, so since it's time already, We will just continue talking about future facts with Will in your next class next week, okay?
Okay.
All right. Do you have question before we end our class tonight?
I don't.
You don't? Okay, so thank you so much for your time tonight, Vivu, and I'll see you again next week, okay?
Okay.
Thank you and bye-bye. Have a good night.
Bye.